Hi, I'm Ashley Hurd. I'm the founder of Manager Method, and I'm excited to have you as part of the Manager 101 program. And in this short video, I want to make sure you know exactly what to expect from the program, whether you've gotten it on your own or you're getting access through your organization. Because one thing's the same. It is a program for all leaders. So if you've been wondering, is this for me? Is this for new or experienced leaders? And what's it going to cover and what do I expect? We'll go through everything just in a couple of minutes with some FAQs. What is the Manager 101 program? It's an on-demand blended learning program that includes videos and a written resource guide. For the videos, we've broken those up into chapters, or we call them modules. In each, they're videos that are often between 3 to 7 minutes each, sometimes a bit longer, but designed to get and keep your attention and talk conversationally about the topics that you need to know. Those include modules on what to do first, even if you've been managing the team for a long time. Things like imposter syndrome, how to work with others on your team, from other colleagues, your team members, your own manager. And then things in the employee life cycle. So things from hiring, onboarding, how to have one-on-one and team meetings and why to have those. Delegating. If you have performance issues on your team, how to deal with those. Things like time off and accommodations, and even the end of employment, whether it's a decision by the company or organization, or it's when the employee gives notice. And so each of those topics in the videos are also covered in the resource guide. We have that as a searchable PDF, so you can go through and it ties directly to all the modules, so you can go through each section and click on the table of contents. We also have a paperback version as well, so I'll include a link to that in the notes below in case you ever like to have paper in your hand. But altogether, it's a program that's right now about 8 hours of Manager 101 core and bonus content, because we've added bonus modules on things like managing remote and hybrid teams or difficult conversations for managers. So we have videos and the resource guide on those as well. So altogether, whether you have this individually or as part of your organization, it's designed to help to give that practical training that's so hard to get, whether you're a brand new manager or if you've been managing for years. How do I actually get into the Manager 101 program to watch the videos and get the resource guide? Well, it depends on how you're getting access. If you've gotten Manager 101 on your own, congratulations, and stay tuned to the end because we have an FAQ just for you. But in that case, you'll go to managermethod.com/login. And if you haven't set up your username and password, then you can just click Forgot Password and it'll send you a link to the email that you signed up with. So you'll be able to get into the portal that way and get access to the videos and see the resource guide and access those instantaneously. If you're getting Manager 101 through your organization, then generally your organization will send an email giving you specific instructions, because for some organizations, you may be accessing it through your LMS or learning management system. If you have a platform that you normally go to watch videos, your organization will let you know that. But otherwise, you go to learn.managermethod.com/login. And if you haven't set up a password yet, you can just click Forgot Password, and you'll be able to get access that way. And so in that portal, you'll watch videos and a resource guide. And if you're getting access through your organization will likely not only give you instructions on how to access it, but also include a schedule. Because if you're watching this on your own, you can choose. Some people will just go through all of the videos and content all together, like a Netflix binge. But other times, your organization has a schedule. And often, not only with an organization will you be watching the videos and the resource guide on the assigned dates, but you'll also get together for live manager cohorts. Those might be in person or virtual. And so your organization will let you know that, but in those sessions, those are designed to really bring the Manager 101 learning to life, alongside managers and people leaders at all levels of your organization, so that you can talk about specifically how you bring it into your work. So it's not just watching a video and that was great, it's learning things while you're watching the on-demand portions, the videos and resource guide, and then coming together and sharing tips, best practices, even if you've never thought of the term best practice of something that you've done. Is there an app? Yes. If you're getting access to your organization, then in addition to the learn.managermethod.com/login portal, you can also access it on an app. So you can go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and search Manager Method Academy. And it'll come up and you can download it and use the exact same credentials that you do through the online portal. So in the app, you can watch the videos and access the resource guide. And if you watch it on the app and then go back to the desktop, your progress carries over. So we've created that so you can watch it either way. So we're very excited about this. But yes, if you're getting it through your organization, and as long as it's through the learn.managermethod.com portal and not your organization's own LMS, that you can get access through that app. Who is Manager 101 for? It's for all levels of people leadership, from brand new frontline supervisors through experienced senior executives with years and years of leadership under their belts. It's been designed to give that practical training that you often never get as a people leader. And so we've had leaders from virtually every industry, from healthcare to tech to manufacturing to food and retail, and leaders at all levels of the organizational ladder. Because it can be helpful as an organization to know, even as a senior executive, the things that all of your managers are learning, but also learn tips that you may have never learned from day one. Is Manager 101 just for U.S. managers? No. I'm based in the U.S., but I've also lived and worked abroad, and I've worked with organizations that had managers all around the world. And so it's really important to me to recognize that people management, while it can look very different around the world, Manager 101 is a lot about fundamentals of what to do and say in different situations. Now, especially because I'm in the US, a few segments are around US focus law, and in those segments, I make a note of that in just a quick 30-second snippet at the beginning of that module to make clear that this might be more for US audiences. But we've had managers from all around the world take and give rave reviews about Manager 101. We've also had organizations that have had managers that are located abroad but manage US-based teams use it so they can get an understanding of some of those US-focused concepts. But no, the fundamentals of Manager 101 are designed to be used by managers worldwide. Who's the leader of this program? That's me. And again, I'm Ashley Hurd, the founder of Manager Method. Now, I had a career in legal and HR. That included working at some of the world's most well-known organizations like McKinsey and Yum Brands. But I also worked in corporate sales, so I know some of the pressures that can happen when you have to meet targets in any function. I also worked at Subway and Kmart in the restaurant and retail environment. And so I know that people leaders in any organization, whether you're working with your team behind the counter or whether you're leading a team in a large tech organization or university or healthcare setting, often people management challenges are the same across industry. And so I wanted to start Manager Method to help people have senses of what to do and say in different situations. I loved watching inspirational leadership videos, but I often watched those and kind of moved on with life. But I realized that as a lawyer and HR leader, I had a lot of conversations with managers at every level, from first-line supervisors through senior executives, that were all about how to work with your teams and how to drive performance while not driving them out the door by being too harsh, and why it matters to meet one-on-one with team members and how to actually do it. And so all of those topics and conversations I'd had for years led me to create Manager 101 as a program. Lessons that I've learned from years and across all sorts of industries, but to have the practical skills that managers need to know, but often you never get. And even if you've been an experienced leader, that you may not have had the rest of your career. And so this program is designed for individual managers wanting to upskill, but also for organizations looking for a practical leadership program that helps their managers have ideas of what to do and say in different situations altogether. So you may have seen me on social media as @ManagerMethod. I'm also a LinkedIn learning instructor and the co-host of the HR Besties podcast. But running Manager Method alongside our awesome team has been the best thing I've done in my career. And I love creating these courses, and we've added bonus modules to them to help managers have the information and ideas that often you've always wanted. You just didn't know was available. Will I get a certificate for finishing Manager 101? Yes. Whether you're getting Manager 101 on your own or through your organization, when you finish it, you'll get a certificate that you can display on social media like LinkedIn or through your organization, but can show that you've invested your time and efforts into learning practical people leadership skills that not only benefit your career, but also your entire team with ripple effects. What have others said about Manager 101? That's important to know. And we love getting feedback, so please feel free to give it to us as you finish Manager 101. You can always reach out at support@managermethod.com. But what we've loved hearing from leaders across industry and across roles and experience is that this is really practical information and presented in a conversational style. That's information that you never realized how much you needed, but can help to not just know what not to do and say as a manager, but what to do to drive performance and work with your teams in ways that really help them and help your career and have ripple effects across the entire organization. If I've gotten Manager 101 on my own, can I submit it for professional reimbursement? Yes, we make it easy for you to do that. We have a form. You can just reach out to support@managermethod.com, and we can give you a form so you can use it if you have a professional development budget, which we love. What if I have a question? If you have a question at any time, our team wants to make sure that you're more than satisfied, that not only are these materials providing practical leadership skills, but you also have the answers to any questions you have along the way. So reach out to support@managermethod.com at any time, and our team will get back to you to make sure we can answer your question as soon as possible.